Hold a motherfucker, you don't wanna be a victim.
Yeah, motherfucker, from the ground up, you don't wanna be a victim. On the ground looking up, we ain't gonna stop. We taking over the world. NOB, pay close attention. We taking off.
Alright, this is Commissioner's Corner, Season 9, Week 3. Today we have our Commissioner Henry, no side piece Chris, but we do have with us Alex.
What's up, bitches?
Sal.
Hello.
Adrian.
Co-commissioner for today.
Joseph.
Keys.
And we got Monica as a guest appearance over here.
Right, just so we know though, I just wanted a little quick note. Henry's assistant commissioner.
Okay.
So you're the commissioner.
Listen, let me address that off top right now. Look, I'm not assistant commissioner. Actually, right now, I'm the head of fucking state, motherfucker. I'm running this bitch. Just got my W. Rams should have got their W. Another topic for later in this podcast. Let's get it going, Richie. Let's kick it off to the league legend. Let's hear it.
Alright, I'm going to be the host for today. And we don't have Christian here, so we don't yet have a word from our champion, but we're going to work on that. We're going to get him in here at some point. We'll figure it out.
Fuck that. We're going to need to call him. We'll call him later in the podcast.
All right, so to open up things this week, the first thing I wanted to talk about is because we've had so many injuries, right? Last week, week 2, was the first week where we had a ton of fucking injuries. So we also had a ton of money.
Expect bodies.
We had a ton of money get spent on the waiver. So let's take a look at what money got spent and what that money actually got you.
You're laughing, homie.
All right, let's start it off with.
I like that segment.
Let's start it off with. Where are we here?
Yeah, I like that, but what no problem.
It should be.
Why more problems?
Bitch better have my money.
The biggest money that got put down was for Mike Davis, $27. Who got Mike Davis?
$27 Mike.
How he do?
Adrian, how'd he do?
He did pretty good.
How do you get? What do
He
you
did
get?
do pretty good.
I think like 17.
What?
he got more. He got more. Let's
Hey,
pull it out. Let's
what
pull it
does
out.
$27 buy you in this league? How much you get? Pull it up.
Hold on. Let me kick it off to the public defender, which is also me. So let me check it out.
Or you could take over. I don't want to do it.
2 pump Mike.
I think he actually did pretty good.
He might got like 5 or 6.
Got him 23 points.
23 points.
20
But let's hear the
Hey.
stats.
That's a good.
And I saw every one of them
That's
against the
great.
Chargers.
13 rushes, 46 yards. Scrub shit. But
That's a bad week.
9 targets, 8 receptions, 45 yards, and a receiving touchdown. It's pretty good.
That's
All right,
good.
so
Pretty good.
let me ask you guys here. There is
Did it mean anything?
there's
Yeah,
6 of
no.
us. There's
Yes, it
6.
did.
There's 6 of us here.
Future.
Who would have knowing what happened? Who would have gladly paid $28 to get those 23 points?
Me right here. Because I got
Oh.
3. I got 3.
Wait, knowing what we know from our
Knowing what we know now.
Wait a minute.
Knowing what we know now.
Stop fucking
now, obviously, I got hammered. That wouldn't help at all.
I would have done it.
You know what?
I would've done it.
I actually
No, but you think that's it? You don't even continue?
No,
Yeah,
he's
he didn't
saying like
continue.
no for this week.
Yeah,
like,
just
knowing
this
what I know.
week.
Oh, okay.
Because we look at it, you spent $27 on Christian McCaffrey's like stand-in, right?
Yeah.
But he got you 23 points. So knowing what we know right now on Monday night, who would have gladly outbid you $28 to get those 23 points?
I would have done it, but I'm thinking also.
Well, you already got him. You
No,
know,
I was just saying, I would have done it. The way I'm
did
thinking
do
it too is that I'm also wanting them for the future.
No, I understand. I'm just talking about who could have used those 23 this week, and they would have been like, take my money.
Yeah.
Fucking Jomer.
Me, you know
Because
what?
Jomer lost by a little bit.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, let me check out the meter.
I already got the 23 points, so it doesn't matter.
Me, I actually bet $10, I think, on them, or like $8.
Also, someone did bid. Okay, because I was gonna bid
Dude, a
low.
lot of people bid on him.
Yeah.
Don't
Are we
get
able
it
to see that?
twisted.
Are we
No,
able to
we
see
are not. We are not able to see that.
You bid on it?
happened?
You bid on it?
No, I didn't because I wasn't gonna put the type of money to
Jomer
get
could have
him.
definitely used them, and I think Alex could have used them as well.
Yeah, it would have made it
Did
a
you
lot
expect-
closer.
did you expect $27?
I got something to tell y'all.
Yeah, I thought somebody was gonna put 30 down on
I
something.
almost did because of fucking Mike Gallman for Henry.
$35 Gallman,
Yeah, I was cool.
League
And I'm not
record.
gonna lie,
league record.
I did consider dropping 30 on Davis.
30.
Just not seriously.
What's the budget? The
Just
budget
not
is,
seriously. I just
I had
it did
$50.
cross my mind.
Yeah, you have about 50-ish, a little bit more than 50 right now.
My
'Cause
thing
you
was,
get- you get a little
my thing was
taste
like, I'm not
every
even gonna
week.
start him because my running backs are cool.
No, I don't have any running back.
So I was like, yeah, because you just lost McCaffrey.
got-
Yeah.
I got 48.
All right, so that was Mike Davis, and he's the one who went for the most. We also have Dalton Schultz, who went for $20 to Henry.
That's right, baby.
How do you do for you? What's $20 buy you in this
Let me
league?
tell you exactly why I did it.
All the time.
Go look at the tight ends on the waiver and how many of them are starting or even productive.
Jesus, no.
I just went and picked up the dude who took over for Jarwin when Jarwin's out for the season.
Yeah.
I got Gronk and him on my bench when I have Hunter Henry starting. I have heavy depth at a premium position.
It's true.
So $20.
depth.
Don't
So-
give a fuck.
So
What's
once
next,
again, what does $20 buy you in this league?
On his bench, so 0
Depth.
points technically.
I get that. What did he score?
He got 8 points.
He got 8 points.
Okay. Let's go through real quick. Let's see.
8 points.
Let's see. Richie's tight end, Mo Alley Cox, 15.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even look at my team.
He got him for free.
No, I paid $5 for him.
Did you? No,
Yeah.
I thought you picked him up like a.
No, we'll get to him. I'm going down the list.
Maybe that's Jomer's league that I saw him still available.
Go.
If you mind not jumping ahead,
No.
I have a whole
I'm going
list to go
through.
through here.
Tyler Higbee, 3-touchdown Higbee,
Yeah.
got less points to Schultz today. I mean yesterday.
What am
8 points.
What am I telling you? Who do I even have?
Okay.
You had Zach Ertz, he got 15.
That sounds about right.
But I mean, it's Zach Ertz.
That's expected. All right, continue.
All right, the next guy that we have, Dion Lewis, went for $16.
Speedy's fucking $1 million first round fucking pick got 14 off it on a tight end, dude. Like I'm saying, the depth pays for itself. I'm sorry.
It does.
Don't question my $20.
Dion
I
Lewis.
knew about this fucking-
Dion Lewis went for $16. Chris got Dion Lewis, so I don't actually
That's all you
know.
need to know, bro. Chris made the decision. Chris don't know shit about football.
All right, so what did he get? It didn't help him because he still lost.
I'm gonna guess somewhere between like 5 and 11.
5 and 11. Okay, so Dion Lewis got 2 points.
How much did you put down?
Oh God.
16.
Oh God.
$16 got him 2 points. Okay, here's another Chris winner right here. Cordero Patterson. He bought him for $9.
I got you right here.
Cordero
Damn, he got
Patterson
Cordero
got him 11 and a half on his bench.
on his bench though.
On his bench.
Chris don't know what he's
Oh,
doing.
no, but look.
How do you guys feel about
I can see why he did
dropping
it.
money on people
I-
not even
No,
starting?
I can see why he did it.
Well, for depth.
Let me explain. I can see why he did it.
Okay.
I'm looking for girth.
Yes.
At Detroit, he got 18.
Okay.
And then last week he got 14.62.
How about
So
that?
I can see why he did that.
Okay.
I like it. I love
If I looked at those stats, I'd put $9 for him.
All right. Here's one more Chris pick right here. He bought Jordan Reed for $7. What did Jordan Reed get?
Jordan Reed caught an IR stint.
That's so much smarter.
Where's the ambulance?
He caught an
He caught an IR
What?
stint for sure.
I'm searching the player every time you say his name. I should have gone CTC.
So Chris got Jordan Reed also on his bench. He bought him, didn't start him. Jordan Reed got 4.3 and then got hurt because he's currently on the IR.
What are you buying for?
$7.
And hey, this was out here paying for cheap strippers.
Devontae Freeman went to Devontae Freeman went to me for $7. And what did Devontae Freeman get me on my
Hey, those are
bench?
human beings,
He
Sal.
he got me a fat one,
That's
5
someone's
carries
daughter,
for 10
damn it.
yards.
How much was that?
I got him for $7. Devontae Freeman. But look, he's a running back. Will he turn out to be anything? Who knows? But running backs, hard to come by.
Dude,
Why you
Devonta.
did it, Richie? Because you're fucking balling, man.
Dude, Devonta
You're
Freeman
fucking
is
the
three.
top spot,
Devonta
can
Freeman is
afford
3
to drop
seasons
$7
in, with like
right
coming
now.
in, busting his nut like week 3 or 4.
I got
The review
Devontae.
sounded negative. Let's move to the next one.
I got Devontae Freeman just in case he turns out to be anything.
For depth, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
there ain't no girth there. There ain't no girth
Damn,
there.
no girth, no depth.
All right. Henry
What we doing?
Henry picked up Mika Kaiser for $6.
You know what, man? I
That's
would
your
correct
linebacker.
You. I would correct you because his name's not Mika.
What
I
is
don't
it?
feel like correcting
Micah?
Because he sucked.
Okay.
So-
What'd he get?
Doesn't deserve it.
What $6 buy you
He
at
got a lot less than
linebacker?
the guy I dropped, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald beasted out, and I'm pissed. I'm pissed about that. I'm mad about the whole thing, Richie. So I'm not happy about it. That was
You
a
know what?
failure.
I'm just gonna find out right here since
Call
you
it
won't
a
tell me.
failure.
He got 4.
Call it a failure.
I didn't know how to spell it, man.
All right. The
Whatever
next
the opposite
guy.
of WAP is, that's what that was.
The next damn dry and
Nah,
sandpapery.
it has to be worse than
So
The driver can still get it wet. It needs to be worse. It needs to be unwettable.
The next guy who got picked up was Mo Ali Cox by me for $5. Stop me if you've heard this story before. Philip Rivers likes throwing to his tight end who's a converted basketball player.
Stop.
Mo Ali Cox got me.
All right, Gates. I'm sorry. My bad.
Just draft power forwards moving forward like that's how it is. Just go get it.
Mo Ali Cox got me 15, so that's what my $5 bought me this week.
That's not bad.
So you want balling, huh? You spend a little here, spend a little there.
Spent a little here, a little there, yeah.
Must be nice to be on top, huh?
Must be nice.
And let's see, Miles Jack at linebacker went for $2. That was the last guy that got paid for.
By who?
For Joel. And let's see, Miles Jack got him 11. That's actually a very good value for $2.
Hey, all 3 weeks. What's his score right there? He look good.
17, 13, and 11. I would
Pretty
definitely pay $2 for that.
Pretty good.
Definitely
UCLA
pay
boy.
$2.
So who got the best value? Definitely
The best value, I would say
honest,
the
it was
27,
me.
the 27 for Mike
No, it
Davis.
was
I
me.
think is the
It
best value.
It was me, dude. That's a starting tight end with big targets. He's a top 3 or 4 target spot in his team.
That might be like
It's
down
me.
the line.
Can I make you a bet? Can I make you a bet?
Oh,
Starting,
here we
not starting in week 3 because I would have an unfair advantage. So starting week 4 through week 13 because that's our regular
That's the
season.
regular season.
I bet you that Mo Ali Cox gets more points than Dalton Schultz. We both paid for tight ends. I bet you a 12-pack.
Dude, that's a good bet.
I want a bottle of proper
Both have a
12.
chance of
We just bet a 12-pack.
I want a bottle of proper 12.
We just bet a
Rapid
12-pack.
number 12.
I want a bottle of proper 12.
All right, fine. I guess we're betting a bottle.
We shook on it
Papa number
so we can change the
12.
terms.
No, that's how it works.
What the fuck is a 12 pack?
What is this guy?
All right, so that was a free agent waiver from last week.
Hey, did I hear correctly that McGregor's gonna fight Pacquiao? Pacquiao?
No,
It's in the works, man.
That's just for the money.
Of course.
But is that really gonna happen?
I'll buy it. I'll tell you that.
All right, so
I'm gonna buy it.
I have 2 updates to give you
I'll be
guys.
there with my little McGregor sack too.
The first
I'm
update
ready
has
to
to do with the Grand Prix. You guys remember the Grand Prix?
Yes,
We've
sir.
done it for a couple of
Let's
years. We're 3 weeks in, and let me give you the Grand Prix standings
The
so
Mario
far.
Kart theme song.
Yeah, I know. If we had that, huh? I got to get
I
that
got
dropped.
you. Got you. Give me 30 seconds. Quick intermission.
Go for it.
Some people would say this isn't necessary.
Oh, okay.
And
So
other people would say we can edit this part out.
And other people would say it's super necessary.
Yes.
So similar to the Grand Prix, I also created a power ranking system for our league. The power ranking system takes 4 categories into account: your current standings, your Grand Prix standings, your average points per week, and your streak. So if you're on a 2-game winning streak, you get 1 point. If you're on a 3-game winning streak, you'd get 2 points. I take the first game off. Same thing if you're on a losing streak, you'll get negatives there. We add up all your points, you get your power ranking, but I don't want to release a power ranking until we have 4 weeks in so that we have plenty of data.
Watermark.
So we can really see what it is that you got. All right, so the Grand Prix standings.
I'm not feeling this one.
You're the commissioner.
No, I was just checking it out.
The Grand Prix song, bro.
No. It's because it's a. You'd have to see what I'm seeing to understand what I'm saying. Let's try this one. This should work. Let's do it.
All right, so the Grand Prix standings tied for. Or should I do first place or last place
Last
first?
place.
Last place first. Okay. In last place with 7 points, we have Chris, the paper champ, the sidekick. In 11th place, tied for 10th place is Henry
You're so much
and
better.
George, each with 12 points.
Bums, both y'all.
In ninth place with 15 points, we have Sal, number 2 in our hearts.
Damn, and I just called those guys bums.
But you're ahead of them.
Yeah.
In 8th place with 16 points, we have Adrian. In 7th place with 17 points, we have Jack.
Easy.
Let's switch this one.
In sixth, oh, we're in the castle now, huh? In sixth place, because we're getting to the top 5. In sixth place with 21 points, we have Jomer.
Okay.
Homewrecker Jomer.
Okay.
In fourth, let's go. In fourth, tied for fourth place, we have Alex and Christian with 22 points. Moving on up, man.
Moving on up the line.
Moving on up.
Is it here, Alex?
In third
Hey,
place.
who is here? He'd be like, that's right. See who's easy?
In third place with 24 points, we have Joel Das Boot. Always watch out for the Germans. Never turn your back on them.
Boo that man.
And tied for first with 33 points, you got me and
Oh,
Joseph.
that's why we're doing this, because we should have first.
I already told you, when it comes to regular season,
This was
I'm competing with myself.
Self-saturation.
But then again, you got Skeeties with the surprise pick, right? Out there.
This is all to fuel
Tied for first.
Richie's
Tied for
massive
first. Oh, yeah.
Ski, watergun.
as a league legend that he
League
is.
legend.
League legend. Totally
League legend.
acceptable.
And he even came out with the legendary Jomer box, bro.
Right.
That's like fucking catching a rare Pokemon.
All right, because we can stop that unless you want to keep it going.
Oh, we're done with the Grand Prix?
We're down with the Grand Prix. Okay, so again, because we like stats, another stat that I'm tracking for this season is how did your first 2 round picks do?
Oh God.
And how are they doing compared to the rest of the league? So I'm only going to cover the ones of us that are here. Everyone else can eat a dick. I'm sure you guys agree. We're going to start with Alex. Alex, Devontae Adams and Patrick Mahomes through 3 weeks have combined for 208 points, making you number 1 in the league.
The best part is they have the combined points, and that's not even including Devontae Adams not playing this week.
This is what I always say, man. Getting
This
that
is
12th pick is actually a good thing.
So at the end of the day, I feel like I had 2 great picks, man.
Can you read
absolutely
off?
did.
Can you read off what Patrick Mahomes has done in these first 3 weeks?
Patrick
Can everyone hear it,
Mahomes.
please?
Patrick Mahomes
There's
has
a lot of people
scored.
who bitch. Hold on. There's a lot of people who bitch that, oh, you're reaching for a quarterback. We're talking about Mahomes or Jackson? That's not a reach.
Mahomes is a wide receiver and a quarterback put together. I mean, a wide receiver and a running back put together.
Patrick
I got you,
Mahomes.
Alex.
Patrick Mahomes has
A
scored
weak quarterback.
36 and a half, 49 and 67.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, trip out.
That's a top.
That's
pick.
worth
Trip
2
out.
first round
That's
picks.
a top pick.
Trip out. He had 50 points in the first half and 17 in the second half.
For real.
He had,
Took it easy.
It's like he had 2 games. He had a 50-point game and he had a garbage ass 17-point game.
So
Hey,
bad.
hey, and that's like for Kobe. Didn't his 81-point game, fourth quarter, they sat him?
Yeah.
Dirty as fuck. He could have scored 100 easy.
Nah, that was
scored
not
100
too long
easy.
after he got an ovation. That's the thing.
Can I throw out a fun stat for you
But he
guys?
could score 100, guaranteed, dude.
Patrick Mahomes' 67 points today is more than Jack and Chris's first 2 round picks combined for the whole season.
For the whole season?
Wait, just the 67 today? More than CT.
You know what, man? The Jack one's not surprising, but the CT one,
Hey, you know what?
also not
Hey,
surprising.
man.
What did they draft?
I was saying, Mahomes
You're
is
open the door, bro.
in
What do
the
they
first
draft?
round. People were saying no.
Okay, one of those things.
I'll be damned if in the next
You know
year
what?
Mahomes doesn't go number
He
We're
one.
didn't
not
go
going to
first
cover
round.
them because they're not here.
You didn't go for you. You got
Oh,
him at
but
the end
you
of
brought out
the
that
first
stat.
round.
Now I know what to do.
Okay, all right. Just by request of Adrian. Jack's first. Okay, let's do Chris's first. Chris's first and second round pick are Saquon Barkley and Kenny Golladay.
Oh.
They have combined for 33 points. He's in 12th place.
33, Freemason.
Jack's
dirty ass
first and
motherfuckers.
second round pick have been Michael Thomas and Austin Eckler. They have combined for 65 and a half points. Both totals less than what
Mahomes
Patrick
scored more
Mahomes
than
scored
that today.
And you know what? It's funny because Patrick Mahomes, we all knew was like a for sure thing. Like, we just were too negligent. Like, no,
and-
I ain't gonna pick a
No, it's because
quarterback
we're
in the
trying to
first
stack
round.
our
Like,
team on other
and not
positions.
surprising-
We'll get a quarterback later.
He's a sure thing. All right, so
Hey, but getting Josh Allen in the 10th round? Come on.
That's pretty good.
Very
Give the
good.
man-
Hell yeah.
very good.
Give
Very
him
good.
fucking.
Get him in the first round.
Coming around this way,
Give the Pacers
Sal,
fan his credit.
your first 2 round picks, Tyreek Hill and Joe Mixon, have combined for 89 points, giving you 8th place in the league.
Yo, and Tyreek Hill's been doing well, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it's just been that's how bad Joe Mixon's been. I don't think Joe Mixon is broke single digits.
He did. Last week he got 12 and a half.
No,
I got him last
Wait,
year.
hold on. Hey, my
I'm
bad
trying to
to
spell
trail
CM,
back, but do I have the
John
best quarterback and wide receiver in the league right now?
Best quarterback and wide receiver in the league.
Maybe not wide out, but
I don't
quarterback
have
for
that.
sure.
I don't have
mean,
that.
But I
hands
do,
down.
right?
quarterback.
Hey, bro,
Who's
you can
been
jack
better
off to
than
your
Devontae
team on your own time, bro.
I'll check.
That's gonna.
Has someone been?
Sort them by wide receiver.
Someone's
and pull him. He
probably-
might.
Who's doing better than?
He's up there.
Who's
He
doing
might.
better than him right now?
Tyler Lockett.
Ooh, that's possible.
Stroking himself to his
I
team
think
right now.
Tyler Lockett has more points than Devontae Adams because he played 3 games and balled and all.
And then the previous people have at least had
So-
20.
But definitely Mahomes has the most points. Oh, actually no. Russell Wilson has the most points as a
Were you asking about
quarterback.
Alex?
That's wide receiver.
Who's the top scoring wide receiver in the league so
Who's he
far?
asking about?
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams.
Oh, Ridley. Is Ridley.
Yeah, bro, that's why I'm fucking looking up. Bro, Devontae Adams is like not even on the top, like,
Because he hasn't played.
Bro, my boy Robbie Anderson's higher than
He only
Devontae
played
Adams.
Calvin Ridley, then Tyler Lockett, then DeAndre Hopkins, then Stephon Diggs,
Would you say
Metcalf,
you would
Anderson,
say-
Allen, Lazard.
All right, what about quarterback?
Fucking Lazard.
What about quarterback? Can you sort quarterback real
He
quick?
didn't play this week. That's
It's true. It's true. Can you
Well, you're
sort
definitely
quarterback
right
real
about
quick?
that, man. Definitely right about that.
Oh, you hoes.
Real quick.
Because he had
Check this out, Sal.
49
Wait
before
for
this
it.
week.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Wait
was
for it.
Stroking right now.
Probably
Watch.
up there.
Wait for it.
Robert
he's
Woods,
not number one.
though.
Who's number 1?
Russell Wilson.
Who's number
Russell Wilson and Calvin Ridley are way up there, right?
Yeah.
And I have them both. Once
Oh, you
again,
son of a
regular season, I'm just competing with myself.
Number 2 quarterback is Allen.
I didn't even know that.
Wait, we're trying
So it depends. Where's Ridley at on the wide receiver list? Number 2? Who's number
Bro,
1?
Patrick Mahomes.
Tyler
is fucking-
Lockett.
Yo,
This
dude,
guy.
Richie gave him the.
So,
hop-
I mean,
himself
I think I
the
might
hoppiest
have-
save. Then the alley oop, and then he dunked.
I think I might
Off
have
the
it.
backboard.
Off the fucking
Richie.
backboard.
What's up?
I think I might have that combo.
Who's your quarterback?
Oh, Tyler Lockett and Josh Allen.
Josh Allen is where on the QB? Oh, so we flipped it. You have wide receiver 1, QB 2. I have QB 1, wide receiver 2, which
Yeah,
I guess is
realize.
why we're tied in the
The
Grand Prix.
results are weird though. Like,
And we're killing them. We're at 33, and the number 3 is at
And nobody's
24.
shocked or surprised you guys are number 1 and 2.
no, that's not right.
Oh,
Out
for
of
what?
his totals. Yahoo's
Oh yeah, it hasn't added it yet.
No, it hasn't. Look at the first 2 games. Still doesn't even make up 75.
Yeah, because Yahoo doesn't add up our bonuses.
Oh, they don't.
No, we have to manually add it, which is why I have a spreadsheet. So, false information. Still league legend.
It still feels.
No, because that makes him like. That makes him like.
For
No,
real,
Richie.
dude.
That makes
Richie's
like
just been dick in
Richie.
hand this whole time.
Dude, Richie, for real.
Not
Two
giving a
hands.
Fuck.
2 hands.
Not giving a
Two
fuck.
hands.
Hey, where's my lighter? Come on, bud.
You know what? I'm not mad.
Yeah,
Not
okay,
even that.
coming around this way, Adrian, your first, the top of the draft for you is Christian McCaffrey and Chris Godwin. They have combined for 87.5, giving you 9th place. I know one's injured, but
I mean,
it is
nine's
what
a
it is.
cool number.
No, but even that,
It is what it is.
Robin missed 2
You put a
games.
6 next.
Joseph, I will be the first to admit that in years past, we always laughed at your draft because you were drafting retired players.
You're fast, bro. What are we talking about?
We're talking about 2020, and let me
How
tell you
dare
what he
you.
did
How
in his
dare
draft.
you, sir.
Joseph's first 2 picks, stop me if you've heard these names, DeAndre Hopkins and Travis Kelce, combined for 141.5 points, good enough to give you 4th place.
So we're not laughing at Joseph's team.
We are
I'm still
not.
laughing. I'm still laughing.
God damn.
I'm still laughing
We
at
are
you.
not.
I'm just gonna say,
Just to be clear, we're never laughing at
I'm
Joseph's
still laughing. I ain't gonna end up on those Skeeties
Oh,
bugs.
you're going to be on the Skeeties
Yeah,
bugs.
but-
You had a nice run for about
Just to be clear,
2
bro.
weeks.
Three
Bring it back.
three
Let's
weeks
bring it
in
back.
the whole-
Actually, I'm only counting
He
2
was
of those
halfway
3.
decent
I'm only
last
counting
year.
2 of those 3.
Yeah.
Halfway decent. It was a, you know,
No, I get it. I get what you're saying.
some would say a fluke. Some would say a one-off.
acting hard?
Some would say a wonder.
Everybody laughs
Because he's the
while they end up on
commissioner.
the Skeeties
Why
bugs.
does Henry act
That's
hard?
right.
Like he's like, oh, you're
Ooh,
12
I
and
think we're
11.
going to get to that because I think I play you this
Wait,
week.
is he 12?
2 top
I'm
scoring
saying, like,
teams.
No,
Oh,
definitely.
In the past,
I was
he's
like,
always,
I'm
he's always 12th
Hey,
and you're like 11.
Speaking of the
Or
Skeety
you're like,
box, I
listen,
believe I play you in week
First of all,
4
you
and
shouldn't
we're
even
the
won the
top 2
fucking
teams.
championship. You won anyway.
Wow. Heavyweight. That's gonna
Let's
be.
see. Let's see what happens. Okay.
prize fight.
All right.
What's
Because the commissioner always gets to go last, we'll take care of my team. My first 2 picks are Aaron Jones and Nick
Man,
Chubb,
fuck, we heard you already.
combining for 151 points, giving me 3rd place.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Just stroke it. Stroke it.
Blow, Blow on the balls just like
He's
I
like
like.
that South Park shake weight shit.
Just like I like.
Bitch, man.
Hey, y'all leave extra Roger
Here's some
alone,
change
bro.
for the cat.
That's right. That's right.
Squirting guns.
I'm sure you guys have noticed. I only shave one nut. I only shave one nut because slap and tickle.
Get those ropes on.
Slap and tickle. Okay. And now coming to Henry.
Putting us on game.
Coming to Henry.
Write
Your
that down.
first two picks are Derrick Henry and Mike Evans, combining for 106 points,
Not that good.
giving you 7th place.
That's not that great. Not that great. Look, it is what it is. You know what?
Was that 6, 8?
It's a weird position to be in because my team's not hurt, but they're also not performing.
It's just silent.
So it's like a little bit. I'm happy they're not hurt, but at least if they were hurt, I'd have an excuse, and I don't. So you know, I'm gonna be really happy watching you guys' teams get hurt up like a motherfucker these next couple weeks.
Jesus.
I'm gonna be happy seeing on the group text people's lives end, and
damn.
Sunday's ruined.
Oh shit.
Sunday's
Wow.
ruined, and yeah.
That's God's day.
I'm gonna borrow a quote from 300. My heart is filled with hate, homie. I'm ready to hate. Fuck all you guys. on the team.
0-3?
I'm ready to come up in this.
Just watch his son get beheaded right
catch
now.
me in the playoffs. Catch me with my tight end
Bro,
depth.
it's gotten dark
Yeah,
down
that tight
there.
end depth. Hey, I'm gonna
You
take
do
your
got that
advice
tight
out
end
next
depth.
week. We're gonna go look for some girth. I got depth. We're gonna go look for some girth.
What are you talking about? You already played me. You got plenty of girth.
I'm about to throw 30 on some girth.
Didn't you already play me? You got plenty of girth.
Oh, you know what? It's true because I put up a lot of points. And I still caught it.
Caught that Richie Dick.
Jesus. Crossfire, my friend.
Is it time for the suggested rule change?
But you know what? Hey, remember this moment,
yes,
remember this
but
day.
not exactly.
There will be a podcast weeks from
It's a
now.
great
Dare I say maybe only a couple of weeks from now, where Richie will be here whining like a little mija because some bullshit happened in his game, and I'm gonna be here to remind him about all the shit he was talking about.
One day that will happen.
No, I'm
but
talking about
not
like 3 weeks,
this
about
day.
2 or 3 weeks from now. About 2 or 3 weeks from now.
Okay.
Oh, well, I would have won if they would have made this pass and this. Fuck you, team.
All right, so
Bitch, take you out.
all right, so moving on to league business. Let's hear from our commissioner. We got any league business you need to cover?
Actually, I do.
Okay.
Congratulations, hell of a season, undefeated, Richie.
Thank you.
Good shit. Thank you for representing the league.
He's talking about the baseball
Good
league.
shit. Baseball league. You know, man, it was a good season. Even though it was short. Not for me, but I'm talking about just in general.
Frozo, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Good shit.
Good shit, Richie. Undefeated, man. It's impressive.
Thank you.
there
Didn't lose at all?
there is the whole thing.
No,
he didn't
9-0.
lose at all. Yeah, no. He didn't catch enough.
I scored the most points in the league too,
Great
and
team.
I
It was
captured
very impressive.
the triple crown.
Triple crown. Hey, cheers to that. Cheers to that. Richie.
Cheers. Hey, but I almost
Cheers.
beat you, bro.
Oh, hey.
I almost fucking
You
beat you,
did.
bro.
Hey, and while
1
we're at
point.
it. Hey, while
1
we're at
point,
it.
that
Hey,
was
it's
crazy.
Alex. Good shit. Hey, can I say something about Alex's team? Alex took over a team that not only didn't get drafted, but it had nothing. Barren on pitchers. barren on
Wasn't
lineup.
drafted by
This
Alex.
motherfucker almost made the playoffs. So
I did.
fucking good.
I
Good
got
shit,
it at
man.
6.
Good shit. That shit was good, man. Had you actually been able to draft your
I was
team?
one day. No,
it might
I
have
was
been
one day
different.
away from
Might
not
have
paying
been
attention to beating Richie, bro. If I'd have paid attention and started one player on Friday, I think I'd only lost to Richie by like what, a point, 2 points.
I beat Alex by 1 point, and that's because my guy
That was
got a
the whole
home
league right
run
there,
on
dude.
Sunday Night Baseball.
Hey, man, and look,
I was there watching. I had a bet on that game too, and
it wasn't a regular season.
no,
you know?
but
Short
on Friday,
season.
on Friday, I didn't
think
put
it
a
would've
player.
mattered.
I
No,
told,
I needed
remember
more
I
time
told
to
you about
adjust,
this now? Remember I told you I was like, hey, bro, if I would have set my lineup on Friday, I think
I
all I
did.
needed to do was start one player, bro, and that player had 2
Rich
points.
Schwartz, please.
I would have
Oh,
beat
then
Richie,
he
bro,
was-
by 1 point.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, it was a good
Shows,
season.
man. Sometimes
Nah.
On to the
Just
next
let you know
one.
this.
Come back, come
Sometimes
back
I
and
won a
listen,
championship for baseball.
Good.
I don't
count me
watch
in.
baseball
Hey,
for
Henry.
shit.
Henry,
wants in?
count me in next
I'd be
season.
all
Give me that
these
spot. Let me take that spot.
Good shit, good shit. Hell yeah, dude. We'll be in there. And now it'll
But
actually
Henry
be
did
8
win
teams going to the
fucking-
playoffs.
So let's get this
Henry
straight.
won 4
Rich is
fucking
going
row.
for an unprecedented
You won 4 in a
treble.
row championship.
I already got
I'll
it.
tell him that in your league.
I have
won
been
it.
the
I don't
football
watch baseball
champion.
for
I have
shit.
been the
In
basketball
same
champion.
year.
It was
Oh,
It was statistics.
it was good. It was
the
good fortune.
basketball season got canceled.
It's good fortune.
Jomer was in first.
So, just
I mean, we were all pretty close actually up there.
Dude, man,
Go back and look at the standings.
Sal's team. This motherfucker had the least pitchers on his squad, putting up heavy points. Like,
I had a squad on my starting lineup, but
You
you
didn't
know,
let
no, you really did. You really did have a fucking.
But
You
you
took-
actually went cold.
You went all hitters, right?
That's the problem.
But he has a fucking.
Well, especially once you
Did you
were
go?
playing.
Did you go all hitters? I went all hitters.
Yeah, but then I seen Bobby's team and what he was
He
doing.
went all
his strategy,
pitchers.
and I'm just like, yo, this this is how he's putting up these numbers, you know?
Why? Because
And then I tried doing that against Richie, but Richie was on that level.
No, but here's the thing, dude. It's because Bobby had good pitchers, though. It's hard to pick up pitchers, dude. The way our scoring is now, you can get like a negative 15 off the wrong pitcher you
I
pick up.
think I would have beat anybody like in that playoff. I think I don't know if I would beat everybody else.
You would have beat Bobby and Travis.
But I just happened to play Richie.
You played me, yeah.
Hey, yeah, so that's the big business I wanted to take care of. I'm really happy about the season. I'm glad. Even with COVID, you know what? The COVID shit actually made it more exciting because, dude, some of those last weeks right here, we were having double headers like a motherfucker. You go into that free agency, you just see
7 inning
stacks on
complete
stacks
game.
at every position
Fuck,
playing
man.
2 games. That's a great feeling.
Pitchers
dude.
were racking out on points, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. Relievers. I mean, a reliever, you could conceivably. Dude, there was one game I got 2 saves for my
I'm
club.
sorry, not to keep this going, but real quick, how the pitchers? How many innings did it have to go to get a complete a win in a
7,
game?
dude. 7.
5?
You always have to go 5, but the thing is, 9-inning game you have to pitch 5. 7-inning game you still have to pitch 5. But if you pitch all 7, you get a complete game, and that's a 10-point bonus
It
right
was great,
there.
man. Hey, man.
If it's a no-hitter, you
complete game, then the win.
If it-
then
yeah.
the strikeouts you got.
And
you
if
end
it's
up
a
with
no
like
hit,
50.
and if you have if you've given up no runs through those 7, you also get another 10 for the shutout. It's like you could rack up points in a hurry.
Yeah, man, it was good. It was good. Hey, good shit on the league. Happy everything went down. Good shit, good shit, good shit. All right, we can move on. Now let me take my commissioner's duties in this league right now. Filling commissioner, but still. All right, look, man. I just gotta be real. This fucking Rams game has me hot. I'm sorry, this is a little bigger than this fantasy. This fantasy.
We knew it.
Wait.
That
We'll come back to
now
those.
I'm not being stopped here. Look, this is some bullshit. That's the worst call we've seen in a long time. You know what? They can get away with it because they let us into that fucking stupid ass Super Bowl with that stupid ass call, and now we gotta pay for that shit. Now people can go and say that, oh, well, you benefited off that call, but I never asked for that call. So I didn't benefit off shit. They gave it to us. It's not my fault. But we should have had this shit. That wasn't even a penalty in any way. And Josh Allen was clearly throwing the ball away. The dude clearly was throwing the ball away. He wasn't even making a play at the thing. They completely played us at some Vegas mob shit. I'm fucking pissed as fuck about that. We should be fucking 3-0. I just had to get that out of the way. But were we talking about our teams or our
No.
our
We're still talking league business and actually opening it up.
Okay, there's no more league business. But I
Opening
like
it
that
up.
you just cut me off. I'm your fucking commissioner, motherfucker.
Are you done?
Okay. I'm not.
Okay, let me know when you are.
I'm done.
Okay, so
Put some respect.
opening up the league business to anyone who has a question for the commissioner. Adrian has a proposed rule change that he would like to bring up, and I think everybody should hear it. I think it's actually a very cool idea.
Oh, is it the kick?
Floor is yours, Adrian.
Yeah. So look, if it's possible, obviously it might not be possible,
We could move the league.
but if it's possible,
no, I'm serious.
I'm thinking instead of drafting kickers, we get the kickers points on the defense that we use.
Explain it more.
So basically, let's say you draft
Baltimore. I got Tucker.
You got Tucker automatically because you have Boston team, and then any field goals that get made during that game because it's defensive points. Still, it's special team points. So why isn't it already just added to the defense?
You drafted a defense and special teams. Field goals are special teams. Why shouldn't those field goal points be added to your special
That's a
teams?
good point.
Look, man, I already got fucking fucked over by special teams / defenses.
But here's the thing, though.
Sal's got
is that
beat.
also
Defenses already
Pastor
put
on
up,
that
like
show.
insane numbers
Yeah,
sometimes.
but
But you already have like all the defensive.
No,
players.
this is important. We do need to hear the other side.
yeah, no.
I think they're already racking up enough points because they get like all the return yardage, and as opposed to that, you can double up too. Like if you know what, so technically you're saying like some wide receivers should not be able to get return yards, basically, like because that's special teams or like
No, but you
if like they're kick returners as well.
No, you're just saying that like the special teams should get points for the kick.
I'm saying because like also it'll make a difference.
basically
Like
all special
for
teams
example,
sports.
I don't know stats off the top of my head, but what I'm saying is that let's say for example there's these two teams, and I was like, damn, which one should I get? They're pretty similar. Oh, but this one has this kicker and he's pretty good. Like I'm gonna get this team, so it will make a difference in drafting as well.
They're saying moving forward, right?
Moving forward, yeah, it's just an option. Like we could vote on it, but if it's possible,
put that up for a vote for sure.
if it's possible, we should do it. Like because that shit, and now, like I said, it'll be pretty intense. Like just knowing that
There'll be another thing to take into consideration.
You don't have to draft,
Absolutely.
you don't have to draft another. You don't have to draft a kicker. I know we don't have a kicker spot now, but we would never have to draft kickers because that's already a thing. on there.
Well, this year we just decided to go no kicker fucking right before the draft. Like,
Yeah.
Which I think is actually the right way to go.
Well, no
we have
kicker,
a defensive
no
I
player.
mean, no, obviously teams have not missed. Have
Well,
not
listen,
missed
man,
the
look,
kicker.
I don't know about you
Putting up a
guys.
ridiculous amount of points.
I had a pretty big issue with seeing the fake kicker on everyone's team last year. I just didn't like it.
Y'all think it's getting too much points?
What do you mean, defenses?
Just in general, just too much points. So we're gonna get to the point where at one point
Everyone's scoring 200 or
Everybody's
what?
scoring like 200. We're already kind of getting there. Like,
We're
I mean, I
literally
definitely-
going
I definitely
up
see what
every-
you're
like, this is the first year.
I definitely see what you're saying.
Have we got 200 points for every time the first 2 weeks?
At least one team, yes.
Like before, it was like you hit 200. Oh shit! Like why is it now? Like
It seems
we're
like
hitting
some teams
200?
are more prepared than other teams
Now-
right
now
now.
if you don't hit 170, you're
Couple
probably gonna
reasons.
lose.
Yeah,
A couple
exactly.
reasons. There wasn't no NFL preseason this year.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah, there was no
but
preseason.
it's
That's true,
continuously
100%.
going up and going up.
Yeah, last year there was a.
and
I
the
think
other
that
thing
has to
is-
do with us being able to identify like successful players more.
Not only that,
Think
the,
so?
the NFL, I believe
I
has
think we've always been like.
no, the NFL has a like way of making sure that a lot of points are being scored in a sense, right? You call a lot of pass interference. We're to the point where it's at the 50-yard line, the 20-yard line, field
Ain't no
goals,
passes.
touchdowns, all that stuff that's being made, bro.
Take the fucking Metro.
Well, like this year, we chose not to go with a kicker, right? And we just turned that into another flex, or
Well, I mean, no, we've been doing that for a while. But we were discussing
just
this year was
eliminated
getting
the
rid of that-
option.
The fake
eliminated
kicker,
that we-
the fake kicker that was stopping people from holding an extra spot, which we voted to just use, which should have happened from the fucking beginning. But, yeah, I don't really like kickers, man. I mean, in Jomer's League, we have to have a kicker. It's kind of annoying. Because I don't even care. I just picked somebody up. I'm not even like looking into it. It's just I have
hey,
to
but
have a
sometimes those guys will win or lose you games.
Well, so those guys will get 25 points.
They absolutely will, but should they be?
But am I going to do research on it? Maybe.
Part of the game.
Maybe. I'll tell you what, I didn't do
true.
research for 2 years. I won both championships. So I think I'm going to stick with the same game plan. I just picked up a kicker and went with it.
Same here.
We've completely eliminated the kicking.
We have. Does anybody else have something that they would like to ask the commissioner? Right now's your chance to question anything.
Sounds like there's no questions. All right, let's move forward.
I have a question.
Go for it.
How come you're the co-commissioner, but no big decisions could be made on your end?
That's a good point. That's a good point, Alex. That's a great question. Let me answer that by not answering it and talking about a lot of other shit that's not answering it. Let me tell you something about this league and my commitments to the league.
Let's keep this politically correct. Doing politics.
No. I mean, you're right. I can't make any decisions really. I mean, we saw that shit at the draft. If it was up to me, if I was commissioner and I saw fucking dumbass Adrian put fucking what was it, Goodwin, Marquise Goodwin over Godwin, I would have just assumed this Godwin and gave him Godwin. But you know, George did his thing. But
So do you have Godwin?
yeah, I don't know if I'm really co-commissioner. I'm more like vice
We're not
commissioner.
even really doing anything. Like,
Well, you could definitely come back.
I'm like the backup. I'm the second string. I might not get touches. You know, I might not get touches.
So you're technically the assistant, right?
Yeah, I'm technically the assistant, but today
That's what I said.
I'm the commissioner. No, you call me assistant DA, and that's not going down.
no, you were assistant DA.
No, I wasn't assistant DA.
Now you're assistant.
There were rumors and conspiracy theories saying that I was an assistant DA, but actually I was a public
there's no
defender,
rumors,
and
I
I'm
said
actually
them.
still the public defender. So yeah,
Case closed.
Case closed.
Tacos.
but yeah, the reason that's going on is because a lot of corruption going on here with the League Legends.
We're gonna
and
come back
drugs.
to this next Monday. It's not closed.
Well, bring your evidence, man.
Got you.
I'm gonna have to contact the public defender, which also happens to
In the
be me.
paperwork.
Alright, so
I'm not paying for
We
no
are the
reason.
jury.
well, I got the answers to my question, guys. So let's move on.
All right, let's go.
Okay. All right. So at this point, we're gonna get into the recaps. I got a couple of questions and some notes on your team for this week. So we'll go around the table. You let me know how your team did. Let us know also if you won or lost, because we're not actually like checking your matchup. We'll start with Joseph. Joseph, you scored the highest this week, I believe. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
You did. So you clearly won because nobody would have beat you. So the notes that I have for you is, how did your adjustments do this week? Because I know we talked about it last week that you said you had a couple of people that you wanted to move in and out and things like that. And you have a handful of cornerstone players that clearly you're not going to move. Like, those are your bread and butter dudes. But where on your team, if anywhere, are you looking to make changes?
Depth, Richie. I need depth.
So what's that mean to you?
Well,
Plenty of girth, just looking for some depth.
yeah, plenty of girth right now.
Well,
so
213 is
fuck.
definitely girthy.
Right now, I'm just spreading.
But looking for a little bit
legs.
of depth.
But yeah. No, yeah. Come bye weeks, man. I'm gonna have some problems. I was already thinking about that. But no, I mean they did great, man. Fuck, I kept Singletary off the field, just thinking that the Rams were gonna shut him down, but he put up 16, and I wish I would have had him in instead of fucking.
Oh, damn,
Dallas
he popped
Goedert.
off for 16, huh?
Yeah, he did. I mean, that was more than I was expecting him
I
to
mean,
get.
that's more than Montgomery, that's for sure.
Oh, that's for sure. He only put up
And more
like
than Sanders, too.
But
We should know some pigeon ass motherfuckers.
yeah, against the Rams though. But anyways, yeah, no, just hey, we'll see. I hope Dallas Goedert can fucking pick it up. 'Cause that
Who,
whole
Dallas Goedert?
2-point Yeah, that motherfucker.
Motherfucker's
can
doubtful right now. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
I know, but yeah, you know what? I haven't really looked into that.
No, this is gonna miss some time.
Yeah. So like I said, I just need depth.
I got 2 tight ends. Homie, send me the trade.
Hey, I'm not mad at it.
What's up
Okay,
with-
that's actually a good question. Are you looking to improve your team through free agency or through a trade?
Anything's open, Richie.
Fool,
Okay,
you're
no,
the
that's good
tight
to
end
know.
in your flex.
Yeah, shut up, fool. I had Dallas Goedert on my fucking flex.
Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about, Singletary. That you didn't think he was gonna really do anything like that. All right.
All right, Adrian,
Mm-hmm.
did you win or lose this week?
I lost.
You lost. Okay. So the notes I have for your team is that your team looks like a mixed bag. Like you have some good players and you have underperforming players right now. What are your strengths and where do you want to make changes?
I just wish that I had my strengths are definitely Lamar Jackson. Other than today, my running backs got just like I only drafted McCaffrey. Really, I know my other running back can do whatever, but I got James White who hasn't played. Freaking and then
You get that
Swift-
Swift cat. out of
Swift.
that
No,
storyline.
here's the thing though. Swift did well the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, he got
11 and 12.
yeah, which is okay. Like I'll take that for my second running back. So,
Hey, bro, I got Leonard Fournette.
but
Send
he
me the
got
trade.
alright, but he got 2.90, and then McCaffrey got hurt, and then Slayton was killing it, and then sucked, and then Gage did really well. The first 2 games he got 23 and 16. So I I'm gonna throw that fool in, and then he got 4.
Now, Gage was a good pickup. I mean, he's just going to be off and on.
Yeah,
really.
like whereas Ayuk, who sucked last week, put him in this week, cost 21 on my bench. Joe Burrow got 41, but I mean I'm not gonna bench Lamar Jackson for him, but Burrow's been actually pretty decent. So
Yeah,
if I had to pick something to like really, I wish I just had a solid other wide receiver.
Dude, if you had Burrow in the game, you would have only lost by 2 points.
Yeah. Or you know what? Or
Or if you had Burrow and Ayuk,
I need McCaffrey back and maybe another solid running back.
Hey, Kamish, you gonna let him talk about his team or you just gonna run over him?
Hold on, let me check in. Hey, Kamish, how you feel? Fuck him. All right, let's go.
Go ahead,
If I
Adrian.
had another running back, I'd be good because I could make my wide receivers work. So that's probably what I would change if I could change right now. But McCaffrey's hurt.
So are you looking?
That's a big injury because that's such a productive piece, man.
Are you looking to make improvements to your team through trade or free agency?
I really don't like trading because I just usually because I feel like it'd ruin my shit if I found out they're doing good when I traded them. So I'd rather just keep them, and if they suck, they suck. So I'm definitely looking through free agency. Like I still haven't looked at the scores for this week and see what everybody did, which I usually do tomorrow. So I'm probably gonna use free agency to fill the holes.
Okay.
Yeah, that Hamler cat was a disappointment.
Major disappointment.
He was supposed to get a big target.
All right.
Take that Mihas shit somewhere else.
All right, Sal. You win or lose this week?
I unfortunately lost. I ain't gonna call bullshit, but nah, it wasn't bullshit. It was legit loss. I got pounded.
All right, so I see that you had
Got the chat, man.
Maybe
some.
it wasn't even a bad week either. It just wasn't that.
You had some wide receivers, some running backs, and tight ends score low on your team, and that's like the core of the team right there, right?
Some what? Some running backs, some tight ends, and some wide receivers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you
The whole squad, huh?
are you concerned, or are you thinking this is no big deal, like it was just a bad week?
Oh no, I'm concerned because I don't know if you've dabbled and checked into my previous scores, but I don't think I've broken 180 this whole this whole first 3 weeks. So
But have you been scoring low, or you just?
I mean, my big hitters, Aaron Rodgers and Tyreek Hill, have been basically carrying the load. As far as Odell Beckham Jr., I mean, I thought he was gonna have a breakout season, but so far it looks like in Cleveland, like the focal point is more like a running back orientated. So it's gonna be like Kareem Hunt and maybe Nick Chubb. So like Odell Beckham and even Jarvis Landry, I feel bad for whoever got Jarvis Landry in like fucking the 10th, even like the 9th, 8th round. Like he's been underperforming for sure too.
The Browns are just they're not a reliable team.
And then you look at my fucking other running back, Joe Mixon. Like, as you know, we talked about earlier, Joe Mixon was my 2nd round pick, and he's definitely been underperforming. So I got Tyreek Hill and Joe Mixon as my 1 and 2.
So
Like, if I knew what I knew now, I would definitely not have picked Joe Mixon. You know, I thought it was gonna be like last year. You know, with the Bengals, their whole focal point was, you know, Joe Mixon just rushing.
You definitely came up on Kareem Hunt though. It's been way better than
doing
I
a lot
thought he was
better
gonna
than Joe
do.
Mixon.
So currently, Sal, you're averaging 159.5 points.
That's terrible.
Your 3-week totals are 160, 157, and now 161. So you say terrible, but the league average, I believe, is about 165.
So I'm just like right under league average.
You're right about there. So there's half of the league that you would reasonably beat. It seems like you've played the half
So
of the league.
I mean, if I
That's
win
gonna
tomorrow,
stomp you out.
500. So that's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's a tell sign of what's going on with my season. I mean, don't get me wrong, Aaron Rodgers is like on a mission, but as far as Aaron Rodgers, I mean, Melvin Gordon,
He's back to being single.
Melvin Gordon with the Chargers was nice. Like he was like getting dump off passes all day, but now he's with like Denver Broncos.
Denver.
It looked good
crap
when they had Drew Lock, but Drew Lock went down. You know, I don't know when he's gonna be back.
Did he get hurt? I hope he didn't.
Yeah, no, he got Drew Lock got hurt like.
No, Melvin Gordon.
Oh, Melvin Gordon?
Did he get hurt? I hope he didn't.
No, I don't think he did.
No, I had heard that he got hurt, but it looks like he didn't.
Or he came back, right? Something like that.
No, I think I got confused with Melvin Ingram.
Well, either way, the most he's gotten me, I believe, is like 17 or something like that, like 18.
Yeah.
So,
he hasn't been lucrative.
He hasn't been like, well, he has been on Richie's teams the other years, you know, and maybe that's why Richie didn't draft him, because I know Richie's drafted him in the last couple of years.
Oh, that's my boy right there.
Yeah. Maybe Richie knew something I didn't.
He's gonna win a lot of real games, but he may not win you.
And then
as
you look
many.
at my bench, man. Chark Jr. is
Fantasy
probably
games.
going to be.
Dude, that's a
starter
big.
moving forward.
That was a big miss too.
Yeah, that was a big
like,
miss. And then
him not being there is
Tariq Cohen's just done.
He's done, bro.
Mike Willie stays questionable. Doubtful.
For real.
I don't know if I should just consider that healthy at this
Yeah,
point.
now Fitzgerald. I mean, it must be nice you had him on your bench. I started him in the league. So you know how that one.
I mean, my biggest miss.
You got more points than I got.
My biggest miss this week was definitely not starting Lazard.
Yeah, but
I
it's
should have
hard.
known that because Devontae Adams wasn't going to go all.
But he did go.
Everybody, huh?
He did go right
Oh, no,
now.
I'm sorry.
He
I'm
didn't
sorry.
play?
No, Devontae
Adams didn't
did
play?
not- He didn't play.
Oh yeah.
So Lazard was number one.
But you would have had to sit like Beckham or Hunt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you sit Odell Beckham Jr. for Lazard?
No, in my opinion,
Maybe.
no offense. In my opinion, you don't draft Odell Beckham
Yeah, bro.
because he puts you in this position where he's such a big name that you would never start an up and comer over him. But that established dude, ODB, is gonna tank your fucking team.
Yeah.
So in my
Go
opinion,
forward
you don't
quick.
draft that
I don't fuck with him,
motherfucker.
man.
I slip on a chocolate bar. I'm about to come up.
What? Can you see what round I drafted Odell? Had to be third round.
Can somebody pull that up? What round did he draft Odell in?
Pulling up.
It had to be high. He's not going to stay on the board. The problem is, I think he's a team
I think
cancer.
it's like
Not just in real life, also in fantasy.
Third round, 34th pick. Drafted right in front of top player in the league, Calvin Ridley.
Oh,
To-
God.
to
You're
Richie?
making me sick.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
I'm
and,
gonna throw up.
and Cooper Kupp. And Tyler Lockett. Yeah, but I could see why. Well, honestly, man, I'm not
I
really.
shit you not, man. When I went up there and I put that fucking sticker on there so confident, I told y'all too. Odell Beckham, come back here.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong.
Hey, it could be worse. You could have drafted DJ Moore 4 picks ahead of Odell Beckham, like George did.
You know what?
Everybody knew that was a mess up going in, though.
course.
Somebody should stop that, man.
Hey, you know what? It's not over.
What?
Maybe Odell gets traded, and then you're.
Hey,
But it's fucked up
sources say the Pats are looking at him. They might trade for him. Bill Belichick.
That would definitely be an improvement for him.
Belichick yourself. We won't speak with that name.
Fucking Ronus. Chips and dip Ronus.
Chips and dip. Yep. He took my chips and he dipped. He took all my chips and that. Oh God, dude.
All right. So, are you looking to improve your team through free agency or a trade?
I'm looking to improve my team through trade because I think I have good depth, not girth. Good depth.
Yeah.
You know,
Depth is important too.
Depth is important, but if I have mediocre depth but real good girth,
Doing some damage.
now we're in business.
I love this.
Now
Yeah, I heard about the depth, but what about the girth?
Everybody's looking for depth. Everybody's confused.
Everyone's sleeping on the girth.
Everybody's sleeping on the girth, bro.
It's like having chips with no dip.
That's right.
It's not like my chips with dip.
So if you look at my bench, there's a little bit of chunkiness there. There's a little bit of girth. Mike Willie, Tyreek Cohen, not anymore.
He's kind of fat.
Fitzgerald, Lazard might be trade bait on the block. You heard it here first, folks. Lazard on the trading block.
It's dirty because we have a Packer fan, but that fool's out on Lazard. He's not trading for him.
Really?
Who's that?
Adrian.
Lazard, Mixon, OD, Odell Beckham in a package deal. Hit me up, man. No?
No.
I was touching that with a broke hand.
Hey, well,
If I
look,
can
I'll
get your green, I'm down. Fuck yo.
tell you what though, man. What's up with Joe Mixon?
Joe Mixon?
Mm-hmm.
Philip Lindsay.
Whoa. What's up, man? Get
Yeah,
at
what's
me.
up with Joe Mixon? All right,
Have your people hit up my people.
What's
Hey,
gonna happen?
Mixon for Philip Lindsay.
This guy. This guy, man.
How about from us?
I get Joe Mixon doing bad, but he's trying to give me an injured player over Joe Mixon.
Is Philip Lindsay injured? Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
He's coming back.
He's coming back eventually, but they ain't said when, man.
What about Kenyon Drake, Joe
And I
Mixon
got
straight
Melvin
up?
Gordon too. Come on, man. That ain't gonna work.
What about Kenyon Drake, Joe Mixon straight up?
Kenyon Drake, Joe Mixon straight up.
Man, I mean nothing to y'all.
I don't know.
Made his
Don't show me that platinum and tell me it's silver.
That's what it comes down to.
If only the Drake played like the Drake that's sing.
Oh, that'd be a different story. I
No, bro, we be
would
live
never
now.
trade for that guy.
Talking about multi-platinum runs down the field.
It was a tough week, as you can tell, man. It was a tough week. It was a
I
tough
can see
Sunday
that.
for me, man.
Nah, it was a great week though. Lakers advanced to the finals. Look at
It was.
Oh yeah, hey,
That
choose
was
the
my
fucking
only-
Lakers.
that was
Fuck
my
yeah,
only
Lakers
silver
team,
lining.
baby. Let's get it.
Let's go.
All right, Alex. Did you win or lose? Oh, never mind. Sorry, my bad. Did you win or lose this week?
I lost, bro.
The notes that I have for you is last week. Last week when we talked, you had a lot of adjustments that you wanted to make. Your infamous plug and play. How did your plug and play work out this week? Because you had a good week. You just took a bad beat.
It was not as bad as it looked, bro. It wasn't as bad as it
Did
looked.
Richie really just ask Alex if he lost and he played him?
You just
Well, yeah, that's why you checked.
League legend
You
Richie.
just had a better week. That was it. Because if you really go look back at the actual stats,
Yeah,
I would have beat 5 other teams.
it's true.
So that means realistically, I would have had a 50% chance to beat every other player on this league. So I didn't get badly beat. You just had a good week. That was it. You
It's
know?
true.
The same thing. The same thing that happened to Paul George when he faced Damian Lillard last year in the playoffs.
Ooh.
It wasn't a great shot. You just had a good shot. That was it.
God
It's
damn,
true.
that was one hell of a way of looking at the glass half full.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So I didn't think there was any water, but you know what? I'm looking at the cup. It's half full.
That's all ice cubes, but alright.
At the end of the day, if you would have put in Devontae Adams in there, and you would have let me where I started at, I would have probably won.
It's true. Okay, so are you looking to make improvements through free agency or trades?
Who knows? I think my team's pretty good. I might go for a player on free agency, and then Elena, we might go for a trade. Yeah, I think she might go for a trade, maybe
Okay.
a trade. We'll see.
All right. We shall see.
Wait, are we done reviewing your guys' game?
we aren't reviewing the game. We were reviewing his team.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, it's this one.
All right. So coming over to my team, I scored. I won. I scored 205 points, so I had very solid production across the entire team.
Sucks to see.
Well, I don't know about everyone. I'm seeing a 420 right there. That ain't the right 420.
It's true. It's true. Edelman got me 4.2. You know what? I'll live with that. Edelman is a PPR monster.
Cam went heavy Black Lives Matter. I ain't throwing no white receivers.
the Patriots just decided to run heavy, and I'm okay with that because
Wide open.
now that we're getting a little bit more into the season and we're starting to see like the teams kind of like feel their way out and everything. Julian Edelman, while he is my primary second flex, I also have Mecole Hardman. So I'm not very worried about that. Where I was extremely worried about my team was tight end because I had Chris Herndon and I had Blake Jarwin. Blake Jarwin tore his ACL, and Chris Herndon is a Jet. Enough said. But I was able to go get Mo Alley Cox. And I think he's going to be, at the very least, serviceable. It's a tight end position. I don't have one of the top 3 tight ends. That's okay. I just need you to not put up goose eggs, which Jets are prone to do.
Hit me up about a backup tight end. Let me get Cam Akers.
We're definitely going to talk. So I am going to look to improve my team through trade, as you just heard. And maybe a little bit of free agency as well.
I heard you say Cam Akers. I'm like, this is bullshit trade.
That's cool. I'll tell you what, it's been a long time since you got your. Well, actually, hold on. Let me drop that. Hold on. Let me drop it. No, let me drop it.
Just drop it.
I saw the end of what I was saying. It wasn't good, so I'm done.
All right, Henry, let's talk about your team. Did you win or lose?
On my team, I won.
Okay.
I won. Hella won.
All right, so I'll let you talk about your team, and you since you say you hella won, so you can explain that. I have one question for you, okay? I want to read you a stat line. It's for Mike Evans. Mike Evans had 2 receptions for 2 yards with 2 touchdowns.
I did also read this off earlier. Dude, that is crazy. My biggest takeaway from seeing that is I'm happy I even got points off that. Because he got receptions like a fucking like an offensive lineman working tight end for goal line situations. But he's the number 1 wide receiver with Godwin out. That's very alarming.
You mean with Godwin in, I'm pretty sure he's the number 1 wide receiver.
No. I mean, he's the number 1 wide receiver. No, you misunderstood me. He's the number 1 wide receiver, and Godwin's out. And the only 2 receptions he got was in the end zone at the 1. Like I said, like a fucking offensive lineman working tight end gets, or a fucking linebacker working tight end for that shit.
There was definitely some prop bet.
It was bullshit.
Vegas had.
But you know what really happened is Gronk happened, man. Gronk got fucking like 9 or 10 receptions or targets, and that's what happened. A day after, he comes out talking about like, oh, I'm a fucking, I just came here to block. A bunch of people dropped them. I didn't drop them. But look, when it comes to my team, I just gotta be honest, man. The underperformance is crazy. I want to yell at these motherfuckers. They were my kids. I'd definitely be hitting at least 3 of them.
Okay.
It's fucking, dude.
Feel sorry for my nieces and
Kenyon
nephews.
Drake, man. Like, well, okay. A lot of people could have said. A lot of people could have like talked shit about the pick in itself. That's fine. But I'm just saying he hasn't performed. Hunter Henry, who I expected a lot more of, but a lot of people could say that you don't have Philip Rivers and it wasn't going to perform. So that's fine. There was already a precedent for a lot of people. I drafted Gurley. Same shit. People could say everyone knew he wasn't going to perform. It's upsetting. I don't even feel like I really had a bad week. Oh, no. Actually, let me change that. I had a horrible week last week. But I've had 2 good weeks. I just think my team's missing a breakout. I think I got a lot of candidates. I would have won more comfortably had I started other people on my team. I'm just having an issue with having too much depth and not starting the right players for whatever reason. But we'll see. I mean, once you get into like weeks 4 or 5, once you get to that spot, you start to know who's really good or bad on your team. You know what teams are good or bad. You know, like you start to figure out a little more. Things are get a little more obvious. And I'm just gonna put it out right there. I'm taking the title. Take my bet. Try me.
Take it.
Take what bet? The title bet? How many people are you trying to bet on?
I bet you your league fees you won't.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I love it. I love it. And it's just for the title. It's just for the title. I'm taking the title.
That's a pretty bet.
No, it's not. It's not because I don't have any injuries. I'm gonna come in 8th or 7th seed. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna snatch that shit.
That's a terrible mess, dude.
Okay. All right. So before we get into before we get
because that's so much like what like Landon is doing now. This is just like continued gibberish. They're right there about to talk. They're right there.
before we get into what you intend to do to help your team this coming week and bets, I constructed a power ranking for our league that takes into account your standings, your Grand Prix points, your average points, your winning streak, and it's a little bit different than the actual standings. It's a little bit different than the actual standings. I wanted to get 4 weeks of data in there before we release the power rankings. We only have 3 weeks. Do you guys want to hear the preliminary power rankings or just wait for the 4th week?
Hit me with them.
You want to hear them? Okay. Do you want to play your... well, we don't have...
A prelim playlist?
we don't have a... What would be power ranking music?
No, we're throwing it back to Mario Kart. Homie.
No, you got to pick something else. It can't be Mario.
What do you want? What do you want?
Get me the old ESPN Sunday Night Football music.
It's funny because you know in her head she said a gang of shit.
You know
But
that
it
Chris
just sounded
Berman?
like 1 or like 3 sounds.
Hit me with that Chris Berman. Let's see if Henry knows what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm looking. Let's see. I might get this first round, but I got a lot of options.
Damn. Next week's looking
No.
That's the one.
Oh, that's
All right.
good. Yes, that definitely
So,
is it.
our way too early power rankings.
Oh, this is good actually.
In 12th place, we have Chris.
This makes it so much better.
In 11th place, we have George. In 10th place, we have Jack.
Yes.
In 9th place, we have Henry.
Yes.
In 8th place, we have Adrian. In 7th place, we have Sal. In 6th place, we have Alex. In 5th place, we have Jomer. In 4th place, we have Christian, current champion.
Current champion, still top 4, okay.
In 3rd place, we have Joel, those sneaky Germans. In 2nd place, we have Joseph. And in 1st place, we have me.
Oh.
So we'll see how those shift for next week.
Those are the power rankings. And those are the power rankings. So those are preliminary, right?
Preliminary, they're not official yet.
Not official. By next week, I should be.
Yeah, because what I have, but I need to wait for it to hit more weeks so you can see it. I have a chart for each of you, your weekly ranking, so you can see if you're trending up or trending down. And I also have your power ranking in there so you see how it compares to your standings. Because sometimes a bad loss drops you way too far in the standings. All right, so coming back to the games that we have next week. Joseph, we'll start with you again. This coming week, you play me.
That's gonna be interesting.
And we'll see who stays at the top of the stands and who takes a fucking free fall.
Talk about a heavyweight.
All right,
Wait. Is you two next week?
it's us two next week.
Dude, that's good because your guys' teams have been performing at the high level.
Yep.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna say I'm looking forward to about like a 125 to 140 score for both of you guys.
Yeah.
I'm ready to see everything come back down to earth.
Earth, got it,
Bring that shit back.
got it.
I
Yeah.
think that we don't have to redo it, but for next time,
You know what I get
For next
tired
week?
of? I get tired of people scoring
I think you should
200s
do
and
this
acting like their team's gonna keep scoring 200s and then getting upset when the team scores 120. Bro, your teams are flipping around.
Okay, next week we'll use that one. Next week we'll use that one.
Oh,
All right,
yeah, that was good.
Next week we'll use that one. We'll have all these songs on on deck
one guy
before
uploaded all of them, so it's great.
we'll have those. All right, So Joseph,
Yeah.
we already talked a little bit about like what you plan on doing to fix your team, improve your team. I talked about it too. I'm looking to go trades. You're looking to go a little bit free agency and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens. What do you want to bet? Which I believe is what everyone wants to know.
Well, you don't smoke, Richie, so
I don't.
We could bet a bottle.
Well, maybe you should smoke.
bottle,
if you lose.
holy-
Maybe
okay.
you should smoke if you lose.
Maybe that's the bet.
Or that's the bet that you smoke if you lose. But
Bro,
Richie
there's
smokes
so-
every now and then. But yeah, let's bet a bottle, Richie.
A bottle. All right. We will bet a bottle.
We'll talk about
We
which
got
one,
it.
but yeah.
Yeah, winner picks the bottle, of course.
Of
Monica
Proper
is not
number
allowed
12.
to pour the shots.
Just
Monica might just slip us some
we have enough
fucking
songs
Smirnoff or some shit.
for every week of the podcast, and then
That's
be
too
different.
real.
Perfect. All right, and that actually covers both of ours, so
That
that
did
is
be
fucking great. Let's talk about Adrian. Adrian, this week you play your brother George.
Cherry Smirnoff.
I can still smell it.
How do you feel about that? Confident, not confident?
How's this team been doing?
Well, he's towards the bottom of every
How old was the
statistical
first person?
category
Wait, I
that I
think
made.
George?
You're playing George.
I didn't already play him. Did I play him week 1? I play him again.
Let me see. Week 1, you did play George week 1. Did I look at the wrong
That's
week, or
rivalry
did he fuck up the schedule? I may have looked at the wrong one. Let me see. Adrian is playing.
I'm not playing him again.
You're playing George.
What?
Yeah. So
All right,
apparently
I'll take-
George fucked the
I'll take
schedule.
the
Oh
free-
no! You know what? He made week 1 rivalry week.
That's fine. I'll take the free W.
You'll take the free W. Okay.
Whoa.
If you bet anything with him, you let us know. And we'll go from there.
I just think I'm gonna win it. George team's pretty garbage, and I'm gonna take the rest of the time to just real quick just show you this is my favorite one.
Yeah, that one is great right there.
All right, there we go.
That's a great one right there. All right, Henry, this week you play that Nazi Joel.
Pull up my projections. Pull it up.
Somebody want to pull up the projections?
You don't have your phone?
I'll be
Have-
glad to pull.
You don't have the internet web browser. I just saw you pull up right now,
I do.
and you're just not gonna do it.
Look, man, you're projected to play
Joel.
Joel, and
He
you
wants
were
to know the
projected
projected
to hit
scores.
183 as your team is constructed right now.
What's he projected to hit?
He's projected to hit 169 as his team
Enough
is
said.
constructed right now. Enough said?
Count it, bank it, count on it.
So you think give me all
His
projections?
projection says 69 on it. I don't know. I'd be scared, bro.
All right, if you make a bet with Joel, be sure to let us know in the group text.
Motherfucker don't want to bet.
That's probably true.
Well,
Motherfucker
I don't want
to
to bet one or something, you know,
Don't
the
wanna-
league.
If you ever come to collect,
All right, Sal,
Here we go.
you will be playing Jack,
Right.
so that means no bet.
Tell me about it, Jack. You want a fucking bag of chips? I'm down to do a bag of chips,
Ooh,
man. Don't be no
damn,
sauce
you got hit with
everything.
that
What's up?
Ronis.
We do family size, man. Let's go.
Family said
Get at me, man.
Alex, this week you are playing Jomer, Roller Coaster Jomer.
Roller coaster.
So
Coaster
Was
if
roller
you-
coaster Jomer on it down? Or was that high?
He's still on a peak right now.
Peaking. Climax.
All I'm saying is I'm probably the reason he didn't come.
Damn.
Just saying.
If you make a bet with him, make sure to throw it into the group text so we can see. All right. If you,
Two reasons.
Oh, I'm not going over tomorrow.
all right, dude.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't get no credit, but I was a partial production co-partner on that Skeety box.
Damn, co-producer. Check my credits.
He might be on payroll. He might be on payroll.
All right,
I
so
was probably minimized right at the bottom, but he didn't come to that or maybe
Classic Alex.
he's just gonna play me.
Alex is taking credit for every championship that's moved through this league.
all right, look.
Yeah,
So
it depends on me.
He's taking part credit for all time. Some more than others, like CTs. I think that was like 70%.
speaking of which, do you want to revisit the trade or you're not ready for that?
Which trade?
The Jack and Alex trade. You want
Let's
to revisit it?
What are you
Nah, we
talking
ain't trying
about?
to
Am I not
revisit
ready?
this. Come on, let's go.
Bro, are you ready to revisit this
No,
shit?
I didn't know if you had what you wanted to talk about.
Do you
It.
recognize that the information you're about to bring out, when anyone questions it seriously,
Yeah,
they're gonna be like, who let this go down?
yeah,
Are you ready for that?
yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Okay. All right. So if you make a bet with Jomer, you go ahead and you let us know. All right. You put it in the group text.
I'm gonna get my plug playpen while you guys.
All
We'll
right.
find out.
And
Hey, look.
all right. So a throwback.
The real guy, he got stabbed.
So a throwback that we have for this week is revisiting the infamous trade between Alex and Jack in the 2015 season. You guys remember that one?
What was the trade?
That trade at the end of week 11,
No.
moments before Alex
Notorious.
became moments before Alex was eliminated, he traded away 2 players to Jack. You guys remember this?
Mm-hmm.
Jack at the time was the number 1 overall seed. Alex was about to miss the playoffs, and he sent Alex two players. Now, legend has it
Legend.
that those 2 players, those 2 players and those 2 players alone won Jack the league.
Wow.
OMG.
But those 2 players, while they did fantastic, and they did do fantastic, were added to a team that was already smashing pretty damn bad. So, put on your way back caps, because you're not going to recognize half of these fucking players. Jack sent Alex, Stevie Johnson, and Antonio Andrews. You guys remember either of those guys?
Nope.
I know Steve Jackson, but
And received in return TJ Yeldon and Tyler Lockett. You may have heard of Tyler Lockett.
TJ Yeldon too.
So Jack received these 2 players, Tyler Lockett and TJ Yeldon, and he was able to use them for week 12 and 13 of the regular season, and then all 3 weeks of the playoffs. Jack, the number 1 overall seed, won the championship that year. So, in the week, let's start with week 12.
Alex got that GM ring too. Good shit out.
Did he? Did he?
Should have.
You heard him? You're the commissioner. He was already smashing anyways.
X-Files.
I like it. That's perfect. That's perfect there. Did he? Did he get that GM ring? Because that's the way I remember it. I actually lost to Jack in that championship game. Should I have another ring? Did Alex cost me a championship? So, let's start in week 12, the week where Jack gets to use these 2 newly acquired players. The origin of the Alex rule, in which you are unable to trade unless you're in a playoff seed. So,
Let me make this clear. I was gonna playoff seed.
Shut up. No, you weren't.
Shut your mouth.
Order in the court.
you were not in a playoff seed. You were not eliminated, which was the old rules, but you absolutely were not in the top 8 seed. So,
Well, maybe you should have done some shit right, Roger. Maybe you fucked up, Roger. You ever sit back and
Here we
think
go.
you fucked up, Roger?
I have actually sat back and thought a lot about that.
What
So,
happened that season?
He thinks about it every night.
Something might have happened.
So-
something had a cause. Do you ever think
in week 12, Jack beat his opponent, including the 2 players received from Alex. He beat his opponent by 45.5 points. But if we had reversed the trade, like admittedly I should have, and sent Antonio Andrews and Stevie Johnson,
I thought it was going well.
Antonio Andrews, I still like
Never heard
it.
it this far.
I still like it. If we had sent Antonio Andrews and Stevie Johnson back on the Jack's team and made him start them, instead of winning by 45.5, Jack would have won by a meager 37 points. In week 13,
You still would have won. You hear that?
in week 13,
What's his music?
with the fantastic TJ Yeldon and Tyler Lockett, Jack won by 60 points. If we had reversed the trade, Jack would have won by a paltry 26 points.
Would have still whooped that ass. You hear that?
Wait.
In week 1 of the playoffs, that's week 14 for those of you keeping track at home, Jack won by an impressive 47 points. And if we had reversed the trade, he would have won by 19. In the semifinals, Jack put an epic playoff beatdown on Joel and beat him by 79 points. But if If we had reversed the trade,
He still would have won by 50
he
points.
would have only beat him by 67.
Joel would have still had his dignity, bro.
Now we come to the part that hurts me. In the championship game against me, in my quest for a ring, Jack beat me by 30 points. And if we had reversed the trade, he would have beat me by 6.5.
So at the end of the day,
So does Alex get a GM ring, or is Alex completely full of shit?
Well, look.
I'm not full of shit and I don't get a GM ring. How about that?
It's neither.
How about you guys just take it for what it is? You guys took an L. Jack would have whooped your ass either way, with me, without me, don't matter. Y'all just take the L for what it is.
I actually think that's true. I don't think we were gonna stop Jack that season. Jack went. If I go back and check, I believe Jack went. Actually, let me check.
Damn, dude, I should.
Let me check. Jack was that year in the regular season. He was 10-3. Jack was 10-3. Listen, Jack had a very, very impressive team. One of the more impressive teams that he's ever fielded. I would love to be able to point at Alex and be like, "You cost me a championship," and then take credit for a championship that I don't have. But the reality is, I was not going to be able to beat Jack. Now there is a different side of it also. Alex still had to play 2 regular season games, and maybe he affected the seeding. Maybe it would have been a different world, right? In week 12, Alex lost by 16 points, and if we had reversed the trade and sent Tyler Lockett and TJ Yeldon back onto Alex's team, Alex would have still lost, but by 9 points. In week 13, Alex lost by 45 points, and if we had sent the players back to Alex, he would have lost by 34 points. So yes, Alex would have done better, but he wouldn't have changed the seeding. Jack wouldn't have done as well, but he would have still raised the trophy, unfortunately. But I know the most adamant proponent of this theory, this conspiracy theory, is Henry. So Henry, our commissioner, what do you have to say about all this?
Look. I think we've expanded on this a lot of times, and I do think you make some good points.
Unsolved mysteries for sure.
That's
For
next
sure.
week. That's next week.
For sure.
You know what, man?
We made that ancient aliens one, though. Hey, did you know, Richie? When you put this online,
Yeah.
you're gonna hear the
Ancient aliens, though.
techno ass fucking version of
And I love it.
of X-Files.
And I love it.
I can't wait to hear it.
Oh shit, that one scares me.
Yeah,
I always
it would.
feel like aliens are about to come out.
For sure.
Okay, but Henry, go. I want to hear Henry's take on this, and then we'll go around and get everyone else's take on this.
Okay. Look. Okay. Here's the thing. You made a lot of good points, and I think you did make a pretty good case that it wouldn't have made a difference. My question still remains that you're saying that. So, my question is that I want to see the actual matchups, because had he not had those players, I want to see who he would have started, because even though you can look at his bench and say, oh, he would have put this player in, you don't know he would have put that player in.
Yeah,
You're saying that?
Plug and play, dog.
You're saying that because of the score, because they look good and you can put them in after the fact. But you don't know per matchup and per whatever the fucking shit on the being talked about that player was at the time, whether they would have put him in or not. So I just want to look at it. But look, I do have to admit, before you brought it up like you have, I was assuming that just the trade by itself was the whole factor of why he won. I had forgotten he was the number 1 team.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible he would have won anyway. It's very possible. It's looking most likely, but I would still like to look at it again and see if maybe he would start some of the players. But really, what are we going to talk about? Like some bullshit matchup in like the first round or second round of the playoffs where possibly he would have started the player or not. Look, it's fine. He popped off. He did good. I don't think that really changes the trade or whether it should have been accepted in any way, shape, or form in the first place. But yeah, I think you have made a pretty conclusive case that it didn't change the outcome of the championship. You did lose that championship.
I did.
And yeah, I mean, I think you're right about that. I think it didn't change the outcome of the championship. It was still a dumbass trade that allowed it to go on.
It is, and I think we did.
And I think everyone made a huge stink of it at the time.
And
Me included.
I also believe that we did make a rule change
Bro, Antonio
to better the
Andrews?
league. I don't even know who that is, if I'm being honest, and I know a lot of football.
that year, guys.
No, he wasn't.
And go ahead, somebody hit me with the music. The other opinion that I really want to get from this
That
one.
X-Files way heavy you see on that.
The other opinion that I really want to get on this one is Alex.
I think we heard Alex's opinion.
No, hold on. Alex, when you made the trade, what were your intentions?
Intention?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think Stevie Johnson had a couple good games.
What were your intentions, fool? Like,
Honestly, it was a long night. It was a very long night.
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
No. Go back to that podcast. It was a very long night. There was a lot of how do you say this? A lot of situations involved. If you know what I mean. There really was. A lot of. One night, I think it was like a 4 a.m. that night. And the trade 3
Oh, I think that trade did go about like 4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m.
You know, that is when I
It
went up.
was just one of those nights where partying it up.
So, like, were you trying to make playoffs like that?
No,
trade?
it was just one of those nights. Pulling racks.
Who offered the trade to who?
Me.
Oh shit.
Just pulling racks and racks and racks.
I just want to be clear, none of this is new information.
No, go back to the podcast.
I mean, definitely. I think
So
those
there was no
podcasts
foul
at that
play.
time covered it
No
too.
foul play at all.
I think it was a
Let's
very
stop playing with
unpopular
my,
trade,
Was there
to
any
say the least.
intention of getting back at the league?
No.
It was just drugs, guys.
I almost did that
No,
to
I didn't
draft.
say drugs. I just said
I almost did. But I
Paraphernalia.
thought about it. I was like, no, I'm not gonna ruin the league like that. But a part of me was like legit for me. And after the whole Goodwin like debacle,
Probable cause?
The next person I was gonna draft was like a fucking random ass kicker. And after that, like I was gonna write like a head coach or some shit. I thought about it like. And I
Hey, well,
almost
that's not
did.
even the most recent collusion. What about the Ronis Adrian sabotage? I don't know.
I was close, so I was like, I can't do that.
Okay, but Alex, before the numbers that we talked about,
sabotage 2018.
before maybe that'll be a throwback topic for next week. Before
Or now.
the numbers that we just pulled up here, did you believe that trade single-handedly changed the playoffs?
No, because that wasn't my intention. If that was my intention, then I would have believed it. But because that was never my intention, I really never believed it.
Because I know, like, for me, I thought that it did impact the playoffs. Maybe not completely, but definitely significantly. And it turns out that it didn't.
Well, like, let's say Jack wasn't allowed to trade those players for those players.
Right.
That's not saying Jack wouldn't have just turned around and tried to trade those players for somebody else, you know?
Absolutely.
There's
But
still a lot of what ifs.
But
you know?
hold on, trip out. If they're as bad as you say they were, would anybody have a trade on them to begin with?
I mean,
The players you gave him, or the
That's what
ones
you
he
just
gave
said.
you?
That's what you just said. It
Stevie
doesn't mean
Johnson.
you just
Stevie
said
Johnson?
it doesn't mean to say that the players that he would have traded for doesn't mean he would have traded them to someone else. But if those players aren't as bad as you guys say they are, do you really think he would have traded them to someone else?
I don't think anybody would have accepted the trade.
Exactly. So, point proven there.
Again, I don't remember who Antonio Andrews is. I'm serious. I don't. And he did well,
What
actually.
is happening? Oh, this
Look, he did.
What year was
He
this?
Did he pick up
2015.
Texans, right?
Dude, I do not remember.
What is it right there? No.
Okay, so Antonio Andrews, in the 5 weeks that he was traded for, he got 6 points, 14 points, 13 points, 13 points, and -2.
Got -2?
Yeah.
And before that, what was Taylor Lockett's points?
Tyler Lockett's points, you want the 5 weeks he was traded for or the entire season?
If I was still traded for, be like
25, 24, 34,
No, the weeks before the
26,
trade. Like-
22.
like the weeks before the trade,
How many weeks you want?
like the 2-3 weeks before the trade.
The 3 weeks before he was traded, Tyler Locker had a bye, 15 points, 21 points. He really exceeded expectations after being traded.
What did Stevie Johnson get?
Before or after the trade?
Before 3 weeks before the trade.
3 weeks before the trade, Stevie Johnson got 14 points, had a bye, and 12 points.
I thought I was in know with the better pattern. What was Yeldon's points?
Before or after?
3 weeks before.
3 weeks before, Yeldon got 14, 12, and 11.
Like you said, Tyler Lockett didn't exceed his expectations until after he was traded. Was that the highest Tyler Lockett had scored all season before he was traded?
He scored in the 5 weeks after he was traded. He scored
No,
higher
before.
in all 5 of those
Before.
weeks than any previous week before.
Before.
So there's no way you could have known he was going to score that.
No, so exactly, but before he was traded, what was the highest points he had before that? Before he was
20,
traded?
20.
20. Yeah, fellas.
The highest he had for the season was 20, and then the 5 weeks after he was traded, it went
Skyrocketed, right?
25, 23, 33, 26, 22. Crazy good.
I don't care what you do.
Sal, what do you think? I don't know if you remember this trade.
I wasn't think I was in the league.
You
He
were.
might not have been in the league.
Yes, he was.
He was?
2015, you were in
Was
the
he still
league.
doppelgangers?
In fact, let me pull this
Eye
up.
of the Jew.
2015,
Return of
Sal.
the
Oh my God, Sal! In 2015, you had 7 wins, were the number 5 seed, made it to the semifinals.
Damn, that was a good year, huh? That was a good one.
Oh, that is the infamous Eric Ebron, Calvin Johnson year. You absolutely were in the league. You absolutely did make the playoffs. You absolutely did go far.
But not far enough.
Neither of us did.
It's tough.
That's
What
Adrian.
Calvin Johnson got me?
Not enough. Adrian, what do you remember about this trade and what do you think?
Which one?
This one we've been discussing for the last 15 minutes.
I thought it was pretty bad, but once you explained everything, I guess it didn't really matter. But
It wasn't
honestly,
that bad. It does matter.
It absolutely does matter because we made a rule specifically because of it.
oh, I get what you're saying on that end, and I agree with that rule. What I'm saying is that that year I only didn't think I made playoffs. I didn't give a shit that it happened. So,
Oh, 2015. Let's actually go back to the record and let's see.
Fact check that man.
2015.
Where are the receipts?
Adrian had 7 wins, was the number 4 seed, and made it to the quarterfinals.
And
So
caught
you
dick in
lost
what
in the
round?
first round of the playoffs.
Okay, then,
Lighter.
I just
4 seed.
I remember it happening and just like
Caught that
in
girl
my head
in the
just
first
being
round.
Like whatever. I don't know. Access players are actually pretty decent, so I don't remember being upset about it. Now it's just like now you explained it and everything, it was like it didn't make a difference in his run really. And we know obviously things could have changed, could have traded with for somebody else, or something like that. But I'm glad that rule came out of it.
Okay. Joe, I don't know if you remember the trade, but what do you think about it if you do remember anything of it?
I think it's easier to talk shit in hindsight, but I mean, at the time it was made, yeah, Tyler Lockett hadn't really been popping off like that. I could care less, Richie. This was back in 2015.
That's right. You were in the
I'm all
league,
about
by the way.
2016.
I'm all about this season.
You were in
All of
the
a sudden.
No.
Of course, Joe don't want to talk about 2016.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about the
Joe,
past season.
AKA Stay Grinding.
You were-
2016.
Hey, is that what it was?
Yeah, that was what it was.
You were in the
That's
league.
Lighter.
You had 5 wins. You barely missed the playoffs as the 9th seed.
That was 5 years ago, Rich.
Damn, Joe's like, what you doing for me today?
What have you done for me lately, Eddie?
And
Lighter?
speaking of what have you done for me today, this is actually the end of the podcast. So let's go around the table real quick. And let's
Lighter?
close
Anyone have
this out. Alex, what you got to say?
Me? Nothing. But does anyone have a lighter?
We will find you a lighter right now. Sal,
Next week's definitely looking more promising. Projected to hit 183, bro. What's up?
Adrian.
Fuck Henry. And go back.
Get that first dub.
Oh, it's looking bad.
Let's go.
Go Vikings.
Am I wait, hold on? Am I really? Oh,
Joseph.
Can't wait to put you on this kitty box, Rich.
Woo.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. The worst
It's gonna be a
Skeety's
limited
picture
edition.
that I've seen was the one with you. This is
Hey,
funniest.
when I beat you, are you gonna put yourself on a Skeety box?
That should be a bet right
You
there.
can make a Richie's box.
Man, you know what? I beat
Yes,
Joe. I slipped on it, man. I had it. I beat Joe. I had the whole shit. I still have the template, but it just, Photoshop was a little harder. I underestimated.
Oh yeah, you never came with reduction, huh?
And
Henry
Never. The Richie
Monica,
O's.
this is the first
It's like
podcast that
development
you've
help.
been here for, right?
Yeah, the Henry. It was gonna be the Henryos, dude.
We didn't have the whole league like we sometimes have, and I think there was a lot less alcohol involved, which is probably a good thing. But
Probably is
what
a
do you
keyword.
think of our obsession with fantasy football?
It's interesting. You guys have a lot of statistics and a lot of.
Hey, man, she's coming from hanging out around the league that travels for the draft. So I don't think she's tripping on the obsession with fantasy football. I don't think they have a podcast. Those motherfuckers go hard.
I'd be down.
They
to
go on
travel.
some real like
I know.
loser, like last place has to do some serious shit, right? I'm not tripping
Not
on it,
really
right?
on that.
I've heard
The
like
one that they would
fucking.
do that.
Hasn't someone had to wear like a thong or some shit
No,
for?
I had to wear a dress and do karaoke.
Yeah, exactly. There's shit like that. Going
That
on.
was a lot.
And they'll
Joe
travel, they'll
calls
go to
that
Vegas,
Saturday
they go to
night.
Mexico. They just
I was just gonna say that actually. I call that a regular Saturday
That'd be
night.
pretty sick, but I feel like I don't think anybody
Talking
would
about
really
this
do
is a
it.
punishment.
Would want to do it.
Keep smiling and putting lipstick on, huh?
That's my favorite part of that shit. Just keep smiling and keep putting on lipstick.
Hey,
That
where's the
template.
lighter? Someone has to have it.
And Henry, close us out, commish.
Someone can open my lighter.
You know what, man?
Ball, bro.
I'd like to be a little more doom and gloom than I'm gonna be right now because that Rams loss was some bullshit. It was a historic comeback. I repeat, historic comeback. That got shot down not because of a bad defensive play from us, because the refs just threw out a flag for no fucking reason. Fuck them. Fuck them.
You're talking about Raider game, right? Because that happens.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about that Ram Bells game, but it's cool. See you guys in the playoffs.
Y'all should drop the zebra.
But I feel a lot better that I gave it to Adrian's team. I thought he had a pretty good shot coming into today because Lamar, Lamar's Lamar. Patrick Mahomes just put up 67, so I mean you wouldn't bat an eye if Lamar Jackson put up 67, but he didn't.
I bet 2
So it's good. I definitely deserved it. Back in the win column. Ready to come back in this shit. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm commissioner right now just for the day. But just like our government, I don't see any reason I'm gonna give up these powers once I got them. I already got them, man. We're on lockdown. Why are we gonna come out? It's cool. We're cool. I'm cool.
more years.
So I'm just gonna throw it down.
more years.
In my eyes, I'm commissioner.
yet.
That's just how it is. And I'm a further state that this league has been very disrespectful to my team for years. I think karma, that bill's about to come due. I'm about to run through right now. Last year I was 2-1. Right now I'm 1-2. But then I made that dumbass trade to your fucking squad. And
We're gonna make
lost
another trade right now,
No,
right?
not at all. Lost 9 in a row. I was 9 in a row. I am about to lose 9 in a row. I'm about to win 9 in a row. I sacrificed last season for this season. Fuck 2020. They can suck my dick, swallow, and have a kid, and that bitch is gonna swallow my dick too.
Hey, hold on. You made the same trade to me.
That was
And I thought I was gonna have the 3-headed monster. Remember?
crazy.
Who was I supposed to have? I was supposed to have Antonio Brown, Michael Thomas.
Oh yeah.
Are you talking about the
dude.
Antonio Brown that you flipped the Christian?
Yeah.
That was before he flipped him.
No.
That's when he was still on the squad. No,
Hey,
that's
but
when
I
he
didn't
was
flip
still on
with
the squad.
Christian. Christian wanted him.
That's true.
Christian should.
That's true, actually. Yeah, he had Antonio Brown.
Christian flipped Antonio
Juju,
Brown
wait,
himself.
no, not Juju. What was it? Antonio Brown.
That was on
Who
him.
was the other one? You had 3.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3-headed monster. Yeah, Michael Thomas.
I don't remember.
I traded you Michael Thomas.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, Michael Thomas, Antonio Brown. You had a 3rd one.
I don't remember.
Was it Odell? You had Odell.
AJ Green.
I think it
No,
was
no.
Odell.
You had
I think it
Odell.
was
You had
Odell.
Henry.
You had
It was
Odell.
AJ Green. It was Odell.
Yeah, because he's got AJ Green. Dude, that would have been nice. Would have been nice. And that trade you flipped to Christian?
I didn't flip it. Christian sent it.
You're right about
What did he
that.
ask for?
I believe you because I know that that's what happened.
What was the
But-
trade with you and Christian?
And also because Christian admitted that he did send it.
Because Roger Goodell, aka ex-commissioner, I'm not gonna say that because
League legend?
that's past tense now. But yeah, Roger Goodell
Yellow jacket, Hall
had
of Famer.
the trade. And he said, I'm gonna veto the trade. And I said, why? You didn't even ask me who said the trade.
That's true.
And at the end of the day, you know, that's why I call Roger because
That's
I
true.
reviewed it.
I did veto it because Christian called me and said I accepted this trade by mistake. Except he didn't accept anything. He's the one who sent it. And when Alex informed me of that, and I went back and asked Christian, he admitted that was true. So I rescinded the veto and made the trade go through.
Oh, okay.
But he called me and said I accepted it by mistake. So I took him at his word.
Damn,
That's
you
true.
wanted
I shouldn't have
not-
taken him at his word. I should have asked Alex first. I did end
so
up
then when I
fixing
seen
it.
it-
I did end up getting it right.
When I seen it, I sent the group message and I said, Roger Cooks again. What I said, I said, Roger, goddamn you, Roger.
I was put in there too, like, he sent me the trade, and then that's when you probably hit him up.
Yeah.
So much drama in the LBC.
And it's no longer my problem. You know what else isn't my problem anymore? The week 3 podcast, because this is the end. Join us in week 4.
Hold on.
Yeah, S like the name. Yeah, S like the name. And let the world know I don't play those games. Cause my style's like a shotgun at point blank range. Woo. Yeah, I spit the flames. Let the world know again I don't play those games. Cause I'm a little bit crazy, I'm a little bit loco. Still got the fucking rap game in the chokehold. Lyrical disease, the way I kill MCs. And before I kill them, they be begging for peace. I'm from the home of the G's, where we be up in the streets. But still they know they can't fuck with this lyrical dream. And fuck your kingdom, cause we about to dethrone ya. And still keep it West Coast California. And still keep it West Coast California. But you gon' feel the raptor when we roll up on ya. Yeah, still got that bounce. Still keep it classic with that West Coast sound. Yeah, it's like the name. And from the ground up, yeah, that's still my game.